How much can you earn while playing Space Misfits? This is the question we will have a closer look today, and we will feature a few different aspects. At the start, we will look at what I've earned so far, because I know Space Misfits now around about 3 months, and then we will have a closer look at the near future, what will happen this year and in the next months. And then we will have a closer look at the future, which is far more ahead, what can happen in the next 2, 3, maybe 5 years, and how I see the future economy of Space Misfits. See you after the intro. Okay, let's head outside to have a little bit fun while we have a closer look at the different aspects of how much you can earn while playing Space Misfits. In the first look, we want to feature the present, and there I have to say, at the moment, it is not possible to earn while you play in general. So you don't have any NFT drops yet, or you can't make real money out of this game while playing the normal gameplay. But you can prepare for the near future, because in the future there will be some changes where you can trade, for example, your bits, your in-game gold, or your in-game currency, which you can earn here. And you can turn these bits into SMC, which is a token from Space Misfits, so you can make real money out of your in-game earnings. And so it can be a good decision to prepare for the future, to earn already some bits, to farm already the different minerals, to prepare for the marketplace, which will come very soon. And if we look at the present, then I can only talk about what I've earned so far. And in the last 3 months, where I discovered Space Misfits, where I played this game, yeah, I would say a lot, not so much that you can't increase it or something. I mostly played during the events which were featured in the last 3 months. There were in total three three different events. The first one was a week long, the second one was a 24-hour event, and also the third one was also a 24-hour event. And there we had the chance to collect different drops, or this, I think the second event was it, where we had to kill as much enemies as possible. And I had a closer look at my earnings, or my wins, my prizes which I got from these events. And if I calculate all of them together, then I can say at the current market value, these prices are round about 2,500 to 3,000 euro, or it's nearly the same in US dollar if you want to feature that. And I have to say, these assets which I got here are more or less some investments, because I got, for example, many blueprints which enable me to build different turrets, different modules, and also some ships. and this will be a main part of the Space Misfits economy. So I can hold these blueprints to create more in-game revenue, but the in-game revenue will also enable me to turn more bits into SMC, which will be the Space Misfits token, which can be turned into real money, if you want to say it this way. So basically, I will hold these investments for a much longer period, because the longer I hold these blueprints, the longer I can craft these turrets, these ships by myself, the more I can earn in-game, the more I can have a revenue which I can turn into real money, and also the more players uh, we have in Space Misfits, the more value these blueprints will have. So these blueprints will increase their value over time with more players, because they are very limited. Only a few players are able to craft these ships or these turrets, and they are one of the big part of the economy in Space Misfits, because other players will have the opportunity to buy ships and turrets and other stuff from the player-based market, which will be introduced in the near future. And this will also be the next point where we have a closer look at, because in the next update, which will take place very soon, is the Rogue update, and this is one of the big updates which will come in the next months. And the Rogue update is not only one update, it's a period of updates. So at first they will start the Rogue Maze, which will give you the chance to participate in space adventures, to fight armies of these unknowns, to go through a maze, fight your way through it. At first they start with solo play, but after a few days they enable the multiplayer mode, so you can go into these mazes with more players, so you can have more team play. Then we will see, for example, the in-game blockchain exchange, where you can turn your collected materials, for example, which you can find in the Rogue Maze. There you can trade your in-game materials into NFTs. So your in-game materials will be switched over to your wallet, so you have an NFT for it, and so you can earn real money after these rogue mazes are introduced. At first, these rogue mazes are only accessible if you have a transponder. These were drops which you could collect in the last event, and now you can only buy these transponders on the engine marketplace, because they are no longer droppable. So you have to buy them on the marketplace if you want to participate in the rogue maze right from the start. So we just have a look around. But these rogue mazes will be available for all players after maybe a month, maybe 2 months. That depends on the development they have to do, because it can happen that we will find some bugs or some issues in the rogue maze, and if we find some major issues, then it could be possible to could be possible that the future development will need some more time. So maybe a month, maybe 2 months, where the rogue maze is in the testing phase, and then after the official release, everybody can enter the rogue maze and everybody can earn money while playing these adventures. Also, only to say it again, at the moment there are no NFT drops, no play to earn aspect, only during the events which are featured from the Space Misfits team. So don't expect to start the game and earn money right from the start or something. But as I said, you can prepare for the future, because with the Rogue update there is not only the blockchain exchange which will be introduced, but also the player-based market, which will... Are you serious? So if the after the player-based market gets introduced, we will have the chance to trade items with other players. We can trade our crafted ships, our crafted turrets, our minerals which we can gather in the mining zone, and all future stuff can be traded on the player-based market. And if they start the player-based market, they also want to start their own token. Many players have already some of these tokens. This will be the SMC, and there you can trade your bits which are collectible in this game to SMC to have your real money value. Now get here, come to daddy. And the SMC won't have a fixed value, so you can't expect to say, hey, my 10,000 bits are now worth $5 or something. This will be also a player-based thing, so if more players want to buy bits from you by giving you SMC for it, the more you can earn. If more people want to trade their bits for SMC because they don't need that much bits, then you will have a lower value of SMC. This is a simple demand question, and the more offers are put on the marketplace, the more people want to trade their bits to SMC, and the less players you have who want to pay to get your bits. And so if we look at the near future with the Rogue update, the Rogue mazes, the real play to earn aspect of this game starts to roll, because you can collect the first NFT drops, you can start turning your bits into SMCs. Also many other features will be introduced in the Rogue update, but there will also be more updates in the next month. So after Rogue is fully tested, fully implemented, and every player has access to the Rogue mazes, after that they will start with the habitats update. This is an update where we get more solar systems, because at the moment we can only enter the mining zone here. We can have also a closer look at the mining area, mine some peroxium. And with the habitats update, there will be more solar systems where we can fly around, fight enemies, and other stuff. There will be also more ships of the sold blueprints which are integrated in the game. There will be also many more details about this in the next weeks and months. So if you want to stay up to date, join the groups of Space Misfits. There you can get all information which you need. And after the habitats update, there is the planned explore update, which will enable us to go on planets, to walk on planets, to sustain or to help with sustaining the planet outposts. Also, maybe we will see the first missions for maintaining the space station, because for example there are space station owners, but to keep their space station they have to fulfill different tasks to maintain the station, and if they don't do it, then they lose their space station. So probably they will also need some players who help them with maintaining their space station, to fulfill all repair missions and everything else which will be introduced. With planet walking and maybe gathering on the planet, we will see many more aspects of the game which give us many more opportunities to earn in this game. On the one hand, we can earn more bits with more integrated aspects in the game, and also we can earn more money because more NFT drops get introduced. We just help him, not that he will die or something. And come here, don't hide there. And now he got killed. Awesome. I just wanted to save him. Well, this wasn't that lucky. But nonetheless, play to earn aspect with the upcoming updates of Rogue, Habitats and Explore, they will enable much more NFT drops, much more possibilities to earn bits, to earn minerals, to help the in-game economy to grow. Also, there will be a need for people who are mining a lot, because for example the blueprint owners, they won't be able to mine all minerals which are needed to build as much ships for the whole economy as possible. So these blueprint owners will need people who gather these minerals for them, who help them with building the ships. And also there will be, in the last or in the Explore update, there will be also the first guild functions which are enabled, so we can create some guilds to fight together, to manage our fleet together. Maybe we will have some people in the guild who are focusing mainly on the mining aspects. Then we have some people like me right now who are fighting the unknowns to defend the other players, or the miners in this case. And so with the guild upgrade, there will be some possibilities to play together, not only gather the minerals or defend the miners, maybe we can also have. Are you serious? He died again? So, uh, maybe we can also have some daily quests, some maintenance quests to help the space station owners with the space station, with the Explorer update and the integration of planet walking. We will also see some planet gatherers which will collect maybe some plants or other stuff which will be needed to help the planet outpost owners to maintain their outpost, to help them delivering the fuel to the space station, and many more aspects. And if you want to have a closer look at the planned updates of what I talked about, the Rogue, the Habitats, and the Explorer update, you can have a look at the roadmap. I'll put it in the description so you can have a closer look at the planned updates which will come in the next months. And if we want to look in the last aspect at the next years, maybe 2 years, 3 years, maybe 5 years, I'm pretty sure we will see a very good balanced economy in this game where we will have different people doing different tasks. Like the one people are only defending players while they are mining. Other peoples are fully concentrated on the mining aspect, so maybe they'll buy mining ships to mine as much as possible. Then we will have people who are fully concentrated on the rogue mazes to collect as many NFT drops as possible. But we will also have, in my eyes, some mini games in the space station. So the space stations will be also a social aspect where we can see different mini games, for example, maybe chat rooms, maybe a space station bar where we can make our in-game character drunk or something like that. And we will also have people who will concentrate on the planets, so they gather the different materials which are obtainable on the planets. Then we will also have people like blueprint owners who are only focusing on their business, so they have to buy the minerals, the different materials to craft the best chips they can, because there is, for example, the telemetry where you can use some of your telemetry to craft a better ship. So the ships are not fixed in their asset class, but they can be a little bit better. Also, I think we will have guild managers. We will see different aspects of guild fights, PvP areas, and if they get the right point in this game where they create a real in-game economy where everything is needed so that the gatherers can sell their items instantly if they want to. So we will have a really good fluctuation or circulation of in-game assets, but also of the droppable NFTs, because in my eyes it's the most difficult but also the most important aspect in a blockchain game, to give the items a very good circulation, so that you can farm your in-game assets or your NFTs, and you'll be able to sell them to somebody who needs them. And we or they'll have to watch out that they get the economy in a good flow, because if you only give out NFTs which are obtainable, and then you have them and you can use them over and over again, like for example the blueprints which I earned in the last events, then in most cases we will see people who get these blueprints and have them in their wallet, and they are helping the economy because they craft new ships for other players. And not every player will be or wants to craft ships for other players. So this is a difficult aspect, but if they get it the right way, that all these assets which are obtainable in the rogue mazes, maybe on planet walking, maybe with mining and so on, in all aspects where you can gather different NFTs, we will need a use case so these assets get back in the game, so people are willing to pay for them. And if it's only $1 or so, so somebody says, okay, hey, I need one more telemetry, or I need one more of this special material or so, and they need to pay $1, $2, $5 or so. This isn't much. Many players are willing to pay a little bit to help them save a few hours maybe. And if these items are needed constantly, then people can get to a point where they are able to earn during all aspects of the game. So also, for example, if we get planet walking and we have some rare minerals or some rare materials which can be found on the planet, and other players need them for certain quests or certain missions, or maybe they'll need it for crafting or upgrading their ships, upgrading the guild, for example. This is also an aspect which will be a very important aspect. So upgrading your guild will also be a point where all have to work together to create the best guild in this game. And what I like the most about their plans for the future is that Space Misfits wants to create an economy where you are able to earn with while you play, but also you don't need to earn to play. because many traditional gamers, for example, they will use it if they can, but most of them, or many of them, are, for example, willing to pay some bucks to have a little faster progress in the game. So we will see different aspects where they are trying to onboard traditional gamers without them without the need to learn, for example, the blockchain aspect, to learn how to link their engine wallet to the game, because many people won't extract their in-game assets out of the game. They only want to play the game because it is fun, for example. And so many traditional gamers won't need a wallet in this case. And in this way, they are heading, for example. They want to try to make a simple or a really easy, accessible game where traditional gamers can jump in the game, can, for example, play a few hours, play a few weeks, however they want, and maybe they want to sell their in-game assets after they finish the game. Maybe they want to play longer, or maybe they only want to sell their assets in-game to get more bits, to have more advantage in the game, and they don't want to earn real money with the game. And if they get this flow of these in-game assets, of these NFTs, which are obtainable, then we will have many possibilities where people who want to play to earn have the opportunity to play the game to earn real money, while many of the other players only want to play the game itself. And also there will be players who are willing to pay a few bucks, maybe if the value of your sold item is high enough, then maybe some are also willing to put hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars into the game just to get more progress for themselves, just to have more possibilities to progress in the game, to get faster to the more difficult rogue mazes, where they can go to the planets and gather special minerals. Maybe there will be also some raids. Maybe they only want to fight in the guild fights, where two guilds are fighting each other and have to protect their space stations from the other guild or something like that. And so they are not willing to mine all their minerals, mine or gather all different materials to have a ship which is as good as possible. Maybe they want to just pay some bucks, maybe $100, maybe even more, to get a really good ship, to have an advantage in the next guild war, where they can show off their name at because they were the best player in because they were the best player in the guild war or something like that. There are many different people out there who are willing to pay money for a game which they enjoy, where they see, okay, I can have an advantage. Also, they have to look at the point that this game doesn't go too far in the direction of pay to win. So it shouldn't be the way that you pay and you will definitely win. This would be not so great for players who don't want to pay. But there must be a certain point where they get advantages, where they can increase their progress to save some time, and time saving activities are things where many people are willing to pay a little bit of money, maybe even more, to save their time to progress faster and to get ahead a little bit more. And so if we look at these different aspects where we can have different jobs inside the game, if you want to call it that way, then we can have different people who are able to make a few bucks with mining minerals for the blueprint owners, or maybe collect the rare materials in the rogue mazes or something else, because there will be a flowing economy of all different aspects and everybody is needed. Some are only fighting, some are only gatherings, some are only mining, and so everybody has the chance to earn with playing this game, but especially because they try to get as many traditional gamers on board as possible, they will also experience, or they also have the chance to get the people on board which are willing to pay for time-saving activities. And like I mentioned, if you save somebody time, this is also a learning in my marketing agency. If you save some people time, they are willing to give you money for that. And I think in the next 2 to 5 years, we will see many different aspects where people will be able to play this game at a moderate to high level to earn real money, and not only a few bucks, maybe not only $100, maybe this will be a possibility to earn thousands of dollars for yourself. But it's like in every economy, you have to participate in the economy, you have to bring your skills, you have to bring your items and everything else to the table, so other people are really willing to pay you for your effort. And so I think this game is a really, really good chance where you can earn a good amount of money, but it all depends on the future development, how things will be created, how strong the flow and the circulation of items are in game. So if they get the circulation to a very good point, then I'm pretty sure there are many people who are willing to pay some bucks to give you some money. And also, what I see here is the possibility that people can earn, for example, their first $5 or $10 or so, and then they won't extract that money into their own bank account or something like that. Most of the time, they will keep these. I think most of the time it will be SMC which will be extracted. And if you have these SMCs, most of the people will be people who hold these SMC because they know that there will be a future possibility or a future use case where they get to a point where they need a certain material, a certain ship, or something else, and they'll need these SMC to pay other people for the material they need. And if you are a player who farms a lot, who doesn't want to pay other people to increase your own progress, you only want to grind and you want to progress in the game further, then I'm pretty sure we will see an economy where many people can earn money between a few bucks, maybe $100, and some are maybe even able to get thousands of bucks, maybe even per month. So what are your thoughts about the future development of Space Misfits? What are your opinions of the future announced updates, the Rogue, the Habitats, and the Explore update? And what do you think should be implemented in the future? What is the point where you see the most potential? I'm curious about your opinion. Let me know in the comments, and let's see each other in the next video, and I hope we will meet in space very soon. Have fun in space and fighting the unknowns.